Okay, welcome back to the bench. Hammerland 129, HQ 129X. Last thing I did was I painted the transformer. Weather's been really bad. I haven't been able to get the case outside to get it cleaned and painted. So we're going to transition to my next project. This next project is really out of my wheelhouse. Okay, what do we have here? Well, we've got a vintage metal detector. It's a BFO type metal detector made by Garrett. What's it called? It's called the Cash Hunter BFO all purpose. Okay, got a big coil, little coil. Have no idea how this sucker works, but this was my father-in-law's, and it's been sitting in my house for, God, a lot of years. He hardly ever used it, but I have no clue as to, we're going back into the probably late 70s, early 80s when he got this, and not much use at all. But I'm going to put you guys on the stand here. Pause you, put you on the stand. I got to open this up. It takes three 9-volt batteries. So, and I don't have a manual, so I'm kind of winging it here. But let me get you situated, and I'll see what happens when I put the batteries in, and then we'll take this apart and see the inside. I'm sure there's capacitors and things in there that are, 50 years, 60 years old that are going to have to be replaced as well. All right, so I know this is how you get into the batteries because it says battery cover over here, and it's got two little knurled screws. And yes, pretty colored wires in there. Again, it's got some oxidation in there from age, not from use. Let me get these batteries in here. Just clips in. Ace Hardware. I buy a lot of things at Ace Hardware. Got a couple of them in my area. Something happened. I heard noise. Guess the switch was on. Okay. We're loaded up with batteries. I'll put this back inside. Okay. I'll put the screws back in. I don't want anything shorting out. And if it works, and I'm going to have to do some restoration on it, I'm sure, I'm going to take it down to the beach and do a little beach combing and see how many bottle caps I can find. Every once in a while, people find stuff that's pretty decent on the beach. So, again, I'm not sure how this works. I know that, get you some light here. Power and the volume. Okay. Battery test. Battery, well, let's go up on top here. You can see, let's see, battery shows good. That's battery 1. I'll try that again. Battery 1. Battery 2. Okay. So it looks like our batteries are good. They better be. I just bought them. Now what do I do? All right. Increase, I guess this is sensitivity. If you guys out there that have used one of these, you can jump in and leave me some comments here. So this probably gives you a reading on the meter. Not sure. Not sure what any of this does here. Not getting anything on it. You know what? Let me. What meter? What thing am I? I'm on the large coil. Yeah. I don't know what's happening here, but I mean, if I turn this tuning, the meter changes, but I basically don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know. What do you do? Null it out? That's a BFO, so maybe you null. I'm putting I put a wrench up in there. Wow, look at that. I don't know if am I in your way? I don't know if you guys can see that. I put the wrench by the coil, and wow, it works. So I don't know. I will take it apart. I'm going to pause you guys again. I'm going to take this off over here so that it's easier to work on, because this is pretty heavy hanging out there. So I'm going to take this off and then try opening this up and taking a look at it. Turn the power off. Want to see what's inside. I don't have a schematic. I know I always say you got to get a schematic. Well, I've looked online. I can't find a schematic for this thing. So bear with me and we'll be right back. Okay, so I took the coil off. Make it a little bit easier to work. My bench is really that big. My big bench, I have the Hammerland radio on it. So it appears that this panel here comes out. 3 screws, that's what it looks like, and three screws on the bottom, and that should lift out. So let's see what we got here. I'll take these out first. Yeah, these things have never been out since the day it was made. Let's see. You guys don't need to watch me take screws out. Okay, so I got all the screws out. that looks like it's coming. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see inside there. But let's see. Let's see what's here. And got some electrolytics, Illinois, 470, 10 volt. They really don't look bad. They're not bulged. I don't want to touch any of the controls. There's a crystal down in here. Not sure what the crystal frequency is. Again, no schematic. They used over here, this pot is an Allen Bradley. So it looks like they used decent parts. These are Allen Bradleys as well. Yep, okay. Very nice. I will, I'll get my ESR meter, check a couple of these caps. There's only a few of them. I was hoping to see a date code or something on there. Doesn't look like it. I'm trying to get a date. Well, I'm married. I'm not trying to get a date. I'm trying to find a date code. I don't know. If anybody out there has an idea, schematic, there's not much to this baby. they said a couple of electrolytics that have probably never been stressed. I will okay. My homemade ESR meter. You can't see that, it's not in the shot. Let's move this back. Let's see if we can get the ESR meter in there. Yeah, you can see the needle. Turn it on. Turned it on, the little light come on. Okay, now zero it out. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So let's see what we got here. It's like 0.6. And I gotta move this around so I can see it. I got another one here. That's come on. It's about 1. It's not bad. It may not be perfect, but it's not bad. Another 0.6. There's another one. Oh, there's another one in here someplace. I got that. This one's hiding over here. That's 2.5. That's probably still good. I don't know what the I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's another one over in here. And that one's good. All right. So I would say all the electrolytics are good. Yeah, I gotta stop, guys. Gotta have a cup of coffee. Gotta have your coffee. Some people drink wine. I drink coffee. It's about quarter to 8 in the evening. And I'm on my 6th cup of coffee today, so I'm doing good. That's it. I mean, I don't see anything that I need to replace. The other capacitors that are in here are ceramics. They're probably not bad. So I would say is try to find some instructions, learn how to use this, and then take it down on the beach and do some beach combing. Oh boy. Try lining up these holes here a little bit. Get my little aligner. All right, I'm going to call it an end. There's nothing much for me to do here other than to find the instructions, figure out how this thing works. If anybody out there has an idea, again, this is a BFO type finder. Looks like he dropped it over here. There's a dent on the side. Before I put the screws in, I might straighten that out a little bit. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. Something a little bit different here. And when I get this working, it's obviously working. When I figure out how to use it, we'll take it down on the beach and see what we can find. Until then, click like, leave some comments, and if you know anything about these units, let me know. Thanks a lot, guys.